Today's Ask the Expert is sponsored by Synergy Home.
Well, we are here with Jamie Clark of Synergy Home, and today we are asking the experts. And I have a question for you, Jamie. I have no idea how to change the filter. I know, and I don't think my husband knows either because he hasn't done it.
So the girls in my office will tell you the number one phone call we get is people saying, I don't even know how to change my filter, you know? So that tells me, number one, you're probably not on annual maintenance, but you have to be on annual maintenance. And then number two, the next time we're in your house, just ask us, we'll show you. You know, we're happy to take a few minutes and show you. And, you know, I know if it's in the attic or the crawl space or something like that, you may not want to. So, you know, let's talk about options for that. But it's super simple to change the filter, but you don't know what you don't know, right? You know, and that is, the girls in my office literally this morning as I'm leaving, they're like, you need to do something about not knowing how to change your filter because, I mean, we get 10 or 15 phone calls a day. And of course, you know, we're having the longest heat wave that we've had in over a decade. So we're telling people, this is why we preach, be proactive, right? Annual maintenance, the statistic is, if your system is under spring and fall maintenance, you're only 2% likely to have a breakdown. If you're not, the odds go way, way up. And then we're seeing them. We went on a job the other day. We were the sixth contractor on the job because they couldn't figure out what was wrong. This is $1 million home with a very expensive heating and cooling system. The humidity level was in the 70s, high 70s. Anything over 55 is unacceptable. Over 60, you start growing mold. He's got portable dehumidifiers all around his house. He literally tells me and the coworker that's there, you guys are the sixth people to come into our house. Help us figure it out. We fixed it in 15 minutes. You know what was wrong? The air conditioning coil that is downstairs in the basement, well, that's to do cooling on the house, but you know what else it does?
I've heard it controls humidity.
That's what dehumidifies your house. So this coil here was so ungodly dirty, it was ran during construction and had new construction. This is 7 years in, mind you. This is a 7-year-old house, but it had so much construction dirt on it that this is supposed to be bright and clean, kind of like a Coke can in the summertime, right? You get those little beads of condensation and they join together and they run out. That's how we did dehumidify with air conditioning. Well, if you insulate that, if you wrap that Coke can in a koozie, it doesn't dehumidify anymore. He essentially had a koozie on his indoor evaporator coil, which tells me in 7 years he's not had proper maintenance. And we were the sixth company in. Sixth company, and they were all quote unquote geothermal companies, right? So, and nobody should be doing geothermal in this town other than us. I swear, we are the only company to call. If you don't believe me, call my people. We do geo better than anybody does geo, and so often we're coming behind other folks. It's really important. But this coil is only half of it for the average system because outside, this coil here is what gets rid of that heat. So we talk about vegetation and things around it. You need to keep your leafy plants and grasses and things at least 18 inches away because this has a fan that blows straight up that's pulling air over the side. That air is helping us to get rid of that heat to make the system more efficient. So if you notice, you know, we're all about the same age. When we were kids, air conditioners were this big and now they're this big. Well, the only thing that's different is more surface area to get more air over it. You know, that's the main things that what makes them more efficient. Well, if you plant a bunch of leafy stuff and hide the air conditioner, and every time it turns on, it sucks the leaves up against it, you're not exactly getting what you need to. So we want 18 inches away from that guy right there. It's really, really important. If you've got us on annual maintenance, we come out every spring, we come out every fall, we check these things, we make sure that they're there, and by all means, ask us, hey, can you show me how to change my filter? My people are super happy to do it. You know, we're here to serve. I tell my staff, we're in the service industry, HVAC is how we serve, right? So it's really important that we give you the best care we can, and we tell these things, and again, don't go through 6 companies, just call the experts. So if you want the experts to come work on your system, give us a call at 859-687-0553 or mysynergyhome.com.
Today's Ask the Expert was sponsored by Synergy Home.
All right, and all the information for Synergy is up on your screen.